Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Taylor and this is Benter's Bookshelf. So it is officially Summerween and I'm so excited. I have 4 different books picked out for this readathon to cover all 5 of the prompts. I'm going to be reading Not a Happy Family, Scritch Scratch, The Witching Place, and Over My Dead Body. All of these are from my owned TBR. 2 of them are physical, 2 of them are digital. And I feel very accomplished being able to build my whole TBR out of books that I own. And it helps me make a dent in my ridiculously huge owned TBR. So yeah, this readathon is, as always, hosted by the amazing Gabby from Gabby Reads and Liv from Olivia Reads a Latte. So super big credit to those two. This was the first readathon I participated in last year when I started my channel. So it marks my 1 year here on BookTube, and it just has me kind of in the feels. So without further ado, here is the Summerween Readathon. All right, so my read at night book, Scritch Scratch. This is a spooky middle grade, paranormal, ghost story. And guys, I don't want to put it down. Like, I can only read it at night because it's my read at night book. But the first night, I read over 100 pages in this book in just a couple of hours. It's a super fast-paced read, super easy read. And Yeah, I'm loving it so much. So, Claire is our main character, and she was helping her dad on his paranormal tour of Chicago, basically touring haunted places in Chicago. And she starts seeing the ghost of this little boy, and he's dressed funny in old timey clothes, and he starts haunting her. He won't leave her alone. So it's the story of her trying to figure out what he wants, who he is, and how to get him to go away. I'm getting so many similar vibes in this as I did with City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. And I loved that book. I read that book in less than 24 hours. So if you enjoyed City of Ghosts and that trilogy, definitely recommend picking up Scritch Scratch because it will hold your attention just the same. Hey guys, got an update for you on Not a Happy Family. So I am about 45% in so far, and it's interesting. So there's definitely intrigue, and there is a character that pisses me off, which is a sign of good writing. So we are following this family, the children of billionaires, basically. and their parents are murdered right there at the beginning. And we're going through the investigation and the drama that occurs between the different family members who may or may not inherit the billions, trying to figure out who done it. There is a little bit of a plot twist that has happened so far, and it was only touched on briefly, so that makes me think that it's going to come into a larger play later on in the book. So I'm excited to see how that point plays out. But other than that, I'm enjoying it so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes. guys, so it is officially the end of Summerween. I finished 3 out of my 4 books. So I finished Not a Happy Family by Sherry Lapena, and it was super, super good. I gave it 4.5 stars. Now, this was a psychological thriller slash family drama type book. It definitely kept me guessing until the end, which I super appreciate. However, the reason it wasn't a full 5-star is because of how it ended, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I don't feel like justice happened. So, yeah, that's why it wasn't a full 5 stars. I also finished Scritch Scratch by Lindsay Curry, and this was a paranormal middle grade horror, and I gave it 5 stars. It was so good. It was so good. If you like the Cassidy Blake trilogy by Victoria Schwab, so City of Ghosts, Tunnel of Bones, Bridge of Souls, you will like Scritch Scratch. It was fantastic. The paranormal elements were super spooky. It has a similar feel with the history of a place. It's set in Chicago, and it's really focused a lot on the paranormal history and legends of Chicago, which I super, super got into. I even started researching some of the things after I finished the book. And the author actually does give plenty of resources in the author's note at the end where you can learn more about the legends and things that were talked about. I really appreciated that. That was a great move on Lindsay Curry's part. And I also finished Over My Dead Body, which was a spooky, witchy graphic novel. I didn't do a great job with vlogging it, so it was a one sitting read for me, basically. And because my Kindle is so old, I I can read graphic novels on it, but it's black and white, and the colors of this graphic novel were just so amazing. I didn't want to read it in black and white, so I read it on my phone, and I film with my phone. So I wasn't really able to vlog it much. I did do some screen recording as I was going through to try and give you guys an idea of the beauty of the book and my progress where I was reading. But it was absolutely fantastic. It follows these girls at this witchy boarding school. One of them goes missing in the like forbidden wood, the cursed woods, and the situation in the present is paralleled with the situation in the past, and it all comes together and just absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was just, it's up there with like Pumpkinheads for spooky season graphic novels for me. And then I got 31% into The Witching Place, A Fatal Folio by Sophie Love. This is a spooky, witch-based cozy mystery, and it is following our main character, Lex, who basically just quit her job in the publishing industry because her department was going to be shut down, and the only spot they had open for her was in celebrity autobiography, and she could not bring herself to publish and work in that department because of how shallow that work is. So she quits her job and she is trying to figure out a way to follow her long time dream of opening a used bookstore, basically following in the footsteps of her father. Her father's bookstore ended up going under when she was younger, and her parents divorced because of it. And she basically hasn't seen her father since. She has no idea where he is. Oh my God, this fly. But she wants to follow in her father's footsteps. So she is looking for a job in a used bookstore so she can learn the business firsthand while also saving the capital that she's going to need to start her own business. It is super fun. It is set in a small town that is like stuck in the past with just all of the old buildings and the cobbled roads. And it's also a seaside town, so super atmospheric. I am really, really enjoying it so far. And, you know, I ran out of time for Summerween to finish it, but I do plan on continuing it and finishing it this month. So yeah, Summerween is over. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring that notifications bell. We've got lots more vlogs coming up. I've got more sit-down videos coming up, recommendations videos coming up. And of course, spooky season is just around the corner, so you can expect plenty of spooky content from me starting in September. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!